A little bit longer, part 3 student loan update for today. May 17th, 2023. I'm talking about why the Supreme Court verdict is so important to the U.S. Department of Education and the Biden administration, why the 10K and 20K forgiveness proposal is so important. Because at this point, student loans have been on pause, both interest and payments, for going on 38 months. So probably in the first maybe 6 to 8 months, if people had taken a pause, they may not have reabsorbed whatever payments they were making into their budgets. But at this point, there's very little chance that people have been setting aside their student loan payments that entire time. And if they weren't required to make payments, nor were they required to make interest, there are probably very few student loan borrowers that have that money allocated out of their budget moving forward. So this is going to have to be something that people reallocate. And in this environment right now, with higher interest rates, with a lot of inflation, a lot of that money may have already been absorbed elsewhere into the budget. So the U.S. Department of Education, rightly so, is concerned about people defaulting, and that is a concern. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic beginning, there was a large number of student loan borrowers who were already in default. And at this point, they're trying to streamline the repayment process so that they can automatically put people whose income information and whose borrower information they already have on file automatically into income-driven repayment plans. They're trying to streamline the process of figuring out how to get into repayment plans, make it much easier for the borrower, so that once student loan repayments are started again, that they don't wind up with a slew of borrowers defaulting because they've simply absorbed the payments that they were making prior to COVID into their budget and they cannot pull it back out. So I know that's sort of a controversial topic to be talking about. I'm really just looking at it from a fiscal standpoint. Obviously, people need to be responsible for their own income, but in this case, the student loan industry has had a history of mismanagement, both through their servicers and just through not explaining programs well. So the U.S. Department of Education is making a concerted effort to try and remedy this and not have mass chaos on our hands when student loan repayments starts again. And it should have started before this. Obviously, that is true, but at this point, it is what it is.